Before I start, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another real-life story that will grip your heart. I remember the exact moment everything fell apart. My phone buzzed while I was packing the last of my things into the moving van. It was a text from her, my ex-wife. I shouldn't have looked, but I did. Finally free. Let's celebrate tonight. You're out of my life. I froze, the words blurring before my eyes. The divorce papers were signed 2 days ago. I thought we had ended things quietly, with dignity, a mutual understanding. But this was venom wrapped in champagne. I didn't know whether to laugh or to throw the phone across the street. Instead, I just stared at it, feeling a cold emptiness sink into my chest. The first day after the divorce, she seemed different. I tried to convince myself I was imagining it. She didn't call as often. When she did, her voice was lighter, brighter, almost too cheerful. She laughed more easily than she had in months, and it made me question myself. Had I missed something all along? Was I the one who had been blind? 2 days after the celebration started, social media posts of drinks, laughter, her smiling with friends I didn't know. I told myself it didn't matter. We were done, but my gut twisted with every tag photo, every story, every bit of joy that I hadn't been invited to. Something felt wrong, but I kept shaking my head. Stop reading into it. It's over. It's over. Then the signs began. Missed calls that she never returned. A sudden secrecy over phone. Texts buzzing and disappearing when I walked by. She would mutter excuses about errands, work, or old friends. But each excuse sounded rehearsed, forced. My mind began twisting in loops, replaying conversations, rereading her expressions, hunting for the cracks I had ignored. It wasn't until I saw the message from a number I didn't recognize that I felt the first real sting of betrayal. Had an amazing time last night. Can't wait to see you again. No signature, no hint of who it was. But I didn't need one. The word spoke louder than any scream. She had moved on faster than I could process, laughing and toasting while I was still unpacking the pieces of our life. My hands shook, my stomach churned, and I could taste bile in the back of my throat. I wanted to confront her immediately. I wanted to demand answers, explanations, confessions. But the calm voice in my head, one I barely recognized as mine, urged patience. I watched her for days, piecing together the evidence. Whispers with friends, hastily deleted messages, a lipstick stain on a glass I knew she didn't drink from. Each little discovery sank a nail into the coffin of what I thought was love. Memories began to taunt me. I remembered the quiet mornings we shared coffee, the gentle touches, the promises whispered late at night. Were they all lies, or had she simply stopped caring without warning? I didn't know which was worse, the idea that she had loved me and betrayed me, or the possibility that she had never truly loved me at all. Finally, I confronted her. I remember the way her eyes shifted, like a bird caught in a cage. There was no apology, no tears, just a shrug and a sigh. I'm not proud of it, but I needed to feel alive again. We were done. You weren't enough anymore. It was like a punch to the chest. Not because she had moved on, but because she had done it with such casual finality, so quickly, as if the life we built together was disposable. I felt rage, heartbreak, and a hollow ache all at once. And yet, in that moment, I realized something. I didn't have to stay here, a victim of her choices or her celebrations. I didn't need her approval, her attention, her apology. I could reclaim myself. I could grieve, yes, but also stand tall, unbroken. I walked out of her apartment that day with nothing but the clothes on my back and the weight of every memory we had shared. And somehow, it felt like the first real breath I'd taken in years. 2 days after her celebration, everything did collapse, but not in the way she imagined. Not for me. My world had shifted, yes, but it shifted toward clarity, toward strength. And though I still remember the sting of betrayal, the ache of loss, I also remember the quiet power of choosing myself, even when love turned bitter. Some lessons come wrapped in heartbreak. Some come screaming in the dead of night. And some you only understand when you finally let go. If you've ever felt the sharp edge of betrayal or found the strength to rise after heartbreak, hit subscribe. I share stories like this every week, real, raw, and painfully human.